How's it going, guys? So today this video is a bit different from what I would usually make, and it's just me trying to address some of the issues I think exist in FGT. So currently, this is, I don't know what season it is, but pretty much in FIFA Ultimate Team, everyone is grinding towards icon swipes right now. These objectives are already insanely difficult depending on your level. Actually, it doesn't matter because whatever division you're currently in is your level, meaning you'll be matching players of the same level. So whether or not you're in Division 1 or Division 10, you're going to be struggling because you're playing people of the same skill level. Now, obviously, the people relegating themselves, but I don't want to talk about that. Now, this is the big issue with FIFA Ultimate Team. The idea of icon swaps is great. I like it. People are also complaining about the Odegaard objective. I personally think that's unfair. Like, yes, EA, they're monsters, blah, blah, blah. But you gotta give credit where it's due, and I personally don't think the Odegaard objective was a bad idea. Now, it's the lack of balance that's what makes this game bad. I'm never going to talk about bad gameplay here. I'm just going because everyone talks about that in the community. I don't have to say anything about that. What I'm going to talk about is consistency. Hear me out. It's not consistent gameplay, just consistency in general. If a player has 91 strength, 91 aggression, Neymar has no business winning a physical tussle with him. That should just be a fact. The difference between FIFA and most video games is that you can adapt to consistency. When you understand how something works, you can adapt to it. Now, I play Call of Duty. I used to. I was never great, but I was also never bad. I could maintain like a 1 KD, so 1 kill per death. It's not great, but I could maintain a 1 KD at least. I don't think that's horrible. There are people worse than that. So this is the thing, right? In Call of Duty, you have classes. So if you're a sniper class, you get power, like you can kill someone with one shot, but then there's problems with mobility and different things, right? And you also require skill and all of that. So if you're choosing sniper, you'll consistently get the 1 kill damage if you shoot like the right places. Obviously, sometimes depending on the Call of Duty you're playing, 1 shot kill is just not enough. You need to hit like the head or something, but you get the gist. There's consistency. You learn what you have to do with the class, and then you master it and you get good at it. Simple. If you're using like a gun, for example, with a lot of recoil, if you're someone who can control the recoil, probably a good idea to use the gun. However, if you keep using that gun, eventually you may learn how to control the recoil. Now coming back to FIFA, right? So I was trying to do these objectives, and I had a chance with Harry Kane on goal. Harry Kane is not meta by any chance, but this is a first owner, objective. So he's the first owner because I packed him red, the 93 rated Harry Kane. That is important. The reason why that is important is because the 93 rated Harry Kane has almost maxed out finishing, because finishing max will be 99. His finishing is 98 without a chem style. With a chem style, he goes to 99, which is what I did because he can't dribble, right? So actually, no, I didn't. I tried to improve dribble by giving him an engine. So whatever, still 98 is pretty high. Attacking position is pretty high. I can't remember, but that's not the point here. His finishing is 98. EA, I'm a small channel, obviously, so me saying EA doesn't really matter because they probably won't see this. But if you're going to make a player like Harry Kane, who is so good in real life, top tier striker, right? So slow and sluggish in the game and limits players from actually able to control him, then you should act like Call of Duty and make sure like his strengths adjust that strengths. If you look at his card, you see dribbling stats, you tell, well, I'm not going to be dribbling with this guy, which is fine. And that's what I do. I don't dribble with him. I keep it simple. But he is very physical, and his finishing is 98. How am I missing a one-on-one hitting the post against Foster? No pressure, even if there was. He has pretty high composure. The goalkeeper is pretty trash, Foster, because this guy was also the first owner, but his goalie was just trash. And Harry Kane misses it. Which brings me back to the Call of Duty classes. If you're going to make certain players a certain way, then you should make sure that their stats actually reflect something. It should be consistent. If you have a Harry Kane that's branded by everyone in FIFA community or FUT community as being unusable. So he's not a player everyone actually wants to get unless you're a fan of Spurs or a fan of the man like Harry Kane. You wouldn't want to use that guy. It's really that simple. However, if you're going to make him like that, knowing how he is in real life, and then you give him the stats of 98 finish, which is fair, then you should make it so that in clear-cut chances, he scores 100% of the time. And the reason is because he won't be able to get to those positions against top-tier players. I'm in Division 2. I've gone Division 1 before, but then I lost and I got relegated. I don't really try to scam the system. If I'm being objective, I just play. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. So obviously, I get relegated Division 2, Division 1. Currently, Division 2. Okay? If I get a chance on goal, 100% of the time, I should be scoring it. It's that simple. If it's clear, obviously. If the goalie rushes out too quickly, I understand. Because here's the thing with Harry Kane, you have to understand. Because of the type of player he is in the game, he takes too long to kick the ball. And in bad gameplay, don't get me started there. It takes too long to kick the ball. However, if you're able to create an opportunity, create a chance for Harry Kane to get all the time he needs to take forever to whip that ball, it should land in the net. It should not be hitting the post. And that goes for like everything else. If you have Kalidou Koulibaly, who lacks dribbling and whatever, you cannot make it so that he is losing physical battles with someone who's not as strong as he is. That makes no sense. You can't give all the advantages to just certain players. Every player should have what they can do. And then depending on the individual, like depending on the player, like not the in-game player, but like FIFA player, like human being, you make that decision that, okay, I'm going to use Harry Kane because this is how I want to play. Just like in Call of Duty, you can be SMG. Okay, I'm going to be rushing around. Sniper, I'm going to play a bit conservative. You should allow the player to choose who he wants to use to play and then adapt to that. So if you're creating a player like Harry Kane, all I'm saying is that, well, everything else is going to be trash, but physical and shooting is going to be good. So I expect to score when I get good chances. 100% of the time, he shouldn't miss, especially on his strong foot. On his weak foot, I would just be like, yeah, weak foot is random. Make weak foot random. If you're 4-star, maybe more consistent, but like 5-star, even more consistent. But weak foot, fine. Throw that randomness in there. Because right now, no one in your community is enjoying this. Now, I understand from your point of view, you want to make money, you want to make people buy players and all that stuff. But guess what? You can still do that. If you make it so that only certain players get the specific stats, for example, Harry Kane, he has finishing stats, blah, 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 but doesn't have dribbling or all of that stuff. And then the more complete the player is, the more expensive the player gets. That way, you can actually have some sort of a skill gap. Because if you make it that way, right? If EA, I don't know what I'm talking like, this is just a rant for me, to be honest. EA is never going to see this. But if they make it this way, and it's like, okay, so I'm going to get Harry Kane, he can finish, he has physical but nothing else. I'm still going to struggle in game because there are times where I would need to dribble, there are times where I need to do certain things that he just doesn't have. Now, if you have a player that has all of that and then some more, like Eusebio, obviously it should be easier for you. However, when I do get that chance to score, I should hit it all the time. And those guys with the God tier players, fine. Give them what they paid for. And this isn't even about pay to win or anything, because it happens to everyone across the board. Eusebio misses too. All the great players miss. It doesn't matter who you're using. So if your game is paid to win, I don't understand. I just think it's not right. And I think this is the main problem with FUT. Gameplay is also a big issue, but if they make it so that the players you're using, their stats actually mean something, because can anyone tell me what these stats mean? They don't mean anything. Can anyone in the community tell me, like anyone watching this video right now, please explain to me, do these stats actually mean anything? Because I feel like they don't. Because some players have crap stats, but then they play well in game. And that's why everyone in the community says, but how is he in game? You look at the stats of the player like, okay, this player should work. But then you use a player and then he doesn't work. Then you use a player that's not as good and that player is better. That makes no sense to me. I wish they could explain the stats. I've seen explanations online about every single stat, but it doesn't make sense when I play. How does Kalidou Koulibaly, right? You already paces in there. The card is already bad in so many areas, but the card is very strong. So how can I go into a tackle, by the way, has high tackling, by the way, go into a tackle with all this training and everything and still get shrugged off? And I'm not talking about them doing the animation where it's like they lose balance because you're like, okay, well, the player doesn't have, you can say like the player doesn't have enough balance. That's different. I can accept that. But this player that has overwhelming strength is being pushed by Neymar. That makes no sense. And it's not like I don't know the controls. I know what ball protect is. I know what pace control. We all know the controls. So what magic button is he pressing that justifies him winning that physical battle? He should never win. Neymar should never win that contest, whatsoever. I know there are game breaking mechanics like when you do fake shot gliding over the opponent and all that stuff. And you know what? I don't think those things should be in the game, but hey, if they're there, that's fine. And if that's what Neymar did, I would accept it. It is what it is. It's a broken game mechanic. The person was smart enough to exploit it. That's fine. But no, this is like a shoulder to shoulder, and I lose the physical. That makes no sense. Yeah. Fix your game, man. Just fix your game. Just fix your game. Make your game consistent. Like not gameplay obviously, but make the stats make sense. If someone's faster, I have a Damatrari 99, like sprint speed 99, acceleration 99, overall speed, basically perfect speed. These dude cannot outpace anyone in this game. They all catch up to him. It's different if it's like, oh, I'm running with you side by side and I try to push it and leave you. That's different. I'm talking about a threaded true pass before he makes the touch. Freaking Nesta is on my tail. Nesta. I don't care if you give Nesta a shadow. That's like what, 80's top speed. It doesn't matter. All I know, it's not perfect speed. So how is a player that's supposed to be faster losing out to someone who's slower? Explain your stats. Make your stats make sense. If you're going to tell me sprint speed and acceleration don't mean what it means, like it doesn't mean the player is going to be faster than a slower defender with so much space to run into, then let us know. So that way I wouldn't even try that. Because I see an option, I'm like, okay, cool, he's making a run. I'll give the true pass. He has all the time. He should score. He gets caught. His reaction time is slow. Adama Traore's reaction time is slow. So now I have to think about dribbling and everything. Before you know it, this chance is gone. And it shouldn't be. That should have been a clear goal. The person defended poorly. There was a chance to score one goal. And I took it. But 99 sprint speed and 99 acceleration actually mean nothing in this game. Nothing. It still loses it. Now, if you're going to say stamina, defenders don't have good stamina in the first place. Nesta doesn't have great stamina. So Traore should still outrun Nesta. I can understand the wing back catching me, like the left back, right back, even if they shouldn't in reality because he's 99.99 unless they have like a shadow and they've maxed out their own stats. I don't know, man. This game makes no sense to me. And I feel like it really needs to be fixed in that respect because gameplay will be talking about gameplay forever and that's not changing, but make your stats more consistent. The reason why we are upset, why the community is upset about this, is simply because we've played old FIFA games. It wasn't always like this. If the game was always like this, you wouldn't have this fan base. We're not content with what you're making because we know you can do better because you've done better in the past. You keep making these changes and adjustments that no one is asking you to do. You change the free kick mechanic. You ignore everything else that the community actually wants, and then you bring something else that makes no sense at all. It's like they're trying to make this experiment for themselves that they don't really care about the fans. It's like, I want to make this game simulation. I want to make it as simulated as possible. Whatever it is, I want to make it as random, as close to real life football as possible. Guess what? In real life football, Aguero misses an open net. In a video game, I don't want to see that. Especially when your game is this bad. I don't want to miss an open net. Aguero misses an open net. Lots of players miss sitters. Great players miss sitters. I don't want to have that in a video game. If you're playing Call of Duty and you aim at someone, you have the person in your crosshairs and you shoot the bullet, it hits. It doesn't wave or go left or right or center just because of like, oh, in real life, maybe the wind or something. No, it's a game, man. Are people talking about like, oh, people who complain about this game are just bad because they're losing or because they're not good at it? No, there are other games like that. Everybody would rage when you lose, whether you're playing football in real life or, losing, it doesn't feel good. Like it's like that with every video game. Fighting, whatever it is, you're going to complain. Call of Duty, you complain about campus and all that stuff. But nobody actually directs their anger at the game. I'm not directing my anger at the player. Because you could hate how someone plays, that's fine. That's you being salty about how it plays, because at the end of the day, it's a video game and everybody's allowed to play however they want. Right? But now, people are directing the anger at EA because you're not making the game fair to anyone. Sometimes winning is just random. I could beat someone 7-0 and like 7-0 and then lose to the person in the next game. That's how your game is. It's random. If you want to make your game like Football Manager, do that. As a matter of fact, that would make more sense. I would rather just simulate my games and hope I win than actually sweat it out what I've been doing, because I'll play well and I'll get rewarded for it. You should. That's actually a brilliant idea for your icon swaps OBJs. Like, it was squad battles and everything. Give us the ability to simulate it. That's actually a good idea, honestly, at this point. Because what I was just doing is playing this game, because I'm not enjoying this right now. I would be the first to admit it, right? I'm addicted to the packs. That's what it is. I'm working out of breaking. Like, my game time has been reducing year after year. I wasn't supposed to buy this FIFA, but I follow other YouTubers who said FIFA was great like early access YouTubers or whatever. They said FIFA was good, and I was happy to maybe the game is back again. And I did get early access, and I did play the first week, and it was pretty good. So I don't know if it's a server-related issue, so more people came on and it got bad. But whatever, I would be the first to admit, I'm addicted to this game. It's not a good thing, but I am, and I'm working hard till I break the addiction, because that's the only way. Because this game is gonna make you really, 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 really pissed off most of the time. It really is. You're actually gonna get really upset, and I think that at this point, if EA doesn't fix it, that's the only way to go. Like, just stop. I got PES. I don't really like that either. I used to like PES before FIFA took over, like way, way back, like when PES was actually good. But I don't like PES either, so I don't have a football game I can play. So it kind of makes it hard to just walk away from this. If this was God of War or Assassin's Creed or whatever it is, then yeah, that's fine. I would just leave the game, because it's just for me, it's just a game. But football is more than that. It's football, man. I want to get a certain player. I want to get the Henrys. I want to get Mbappe. I want to get these guys, because we can't, people like me, right? We can't live the dream anymore. It's gone, right? So it's like, hey, at least we'll have a fantasy version of it, right? Which is football. And unfortunately, like, your company, EA, it's like the one eye in the middle of the blind. You're king of football games right now, because no one else is better. Not because you're good, it's just because there's no one else better than you. And we keep talking and you just don't listen. If you make the finishing consistent for everyone, what's so bad in that? If you create an opportunity, create a chance, you score. If everyone does that consistently, there will be a skill gap. But you make the finishing random. 98 finishing is hitting the post in a one-on-one situation. How does that make sense? I'm a Division 2, 18,000 plus skill rating. I don't even know. But like, I've gone to Division 1 before. I'm decent at this game. I know how to finish. I've been playing this game for years. I can finish a one-on-one chance. You take a turn, you face the angle, and you shoot. I'm using Harry Kane with 98 finishing. That should go in 100% of the time. I'm just done ranting, man. Don't even know. I mean, kind of makes me feel good, I guess. That's why I did the video. Not for nothing else. Just, yeah. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. And if you guys have any ideas of what you want to see on my channel, like if you have a video idea or whatever it is you want to see, just let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll get on that. Like, I've been playing recently, but you know, based on this video, you can tell like I've not been having a good time. So motivation to make videos have been really like low. I used to be very good at this game. If you look back on my videos, I mean, I still am, but I'm not as good as I used to be, because I took away my strongest point, which is my dribbling. You can watch my messy videos and everything like on my channel. You will see it. Like, they took away the one thing. I still do it in this game to some extent, just not as well as I used to. Because sometimes you can flick a left analog in the same direction, it doesn't respond. Anyways, this video's gone long enough. Thanks for watching. If you did watch it up to this point, well, thank you so much. You must be like a real one. But yeah, that's it for me, man. I'm just tired of this game. Until next time, man. Peace.